Good morning students. Today we are going to see the topic of the principles and functions and objectives of industrial relations. In the last class already we seen the introduction of the industrial relations and definition of industrial relations. Now we are going to the principles of industrial relations. Let's see here. So what the principles is telling, already in the introduction class we discussed about that the industrial relation is the relations between the managers and employers and employees. So in that particular process, what the principles have to follow in the industry relations. So what are the relations they have to follow in the industry? Good labor management relations. Good labor management relations in the sense here why we have to maintain the good labor management relations. Why? Because it's depend upon the employee's work, and means the capacity of the employee have to do the production. So what happened here is the mutual problems will be arise. What are the mutual problems means here? The employee came here to do the work. So he is not free and he must not be lazy. If he is lazy and he is not doing any work, what will be happen? The work will be delayed. So in that particular circumstance, what the main principle have to follow by the employee here? The employee have to maintain a good labor relations. So here we are calling as a good labor relations to the management depends on the employees very nicely. That means good labor management relations means who is doing the relationship here? The management is maintaining the relationship to the employees. So that's why the first principle is known to the management. The management have to maintain the good relationship to the labor. So if the employees is lazy and the management is not seeing that, okay, let us leave. If he is the good management and he is very good and very soft, what will be happen? If he is very good and very soft, it will be also a major problem. But here, what the principle is telling, not to live freely, but give some independence to them to do the work properly. So if they are not free mindset of doing the work, what will be happen? There will be mutual problems will be arise. So when the management treating them as their own people, then they will feel good, because somebody see the employees as a slaves. That means they are coming for the work, there has no other options, that's why they are doing the work. This type of thinking will be there to whom some management, not all managements, some management will think in the ancient days, that means kingdoms who ruled. On that particular kingdom's times, the management thoughts will be like that. So, but in the industry, we must not think like that. We have to give little bit freedom to the employees also. So, that's why the management have to maintain a good labor relation. So, the first principle is telling here, good labor management relation. If we maintain the good labor relation to the employees, what will be happen? The work will be done perfectly, and the capacity of the unions will deal their things what have to do for the organization, what will be success for the organization. This all the information will be discussed with the management and they will ready to do work properly. Okay, next one, resolving the problems by collective bargaining. So my dear students, here I want to tell you the collective bargaining means. Collective means taking some pieces is there. So what we will do, that pieces we will make into one group, one formation. Okay. If there are so much of dust or so much of things will be there, what will be happening? We will collect all them in a particular bag. Like that, here the collective bargaining is telling here whatever the problems is happened to the employees. For whom the problems is happening here? To the employees. Whatever the problems is happening to the employees, they are making the collective bargaining and resolving them. Okay, bargaining. Generally we know bargaining means. Bargaining means asking something for cheap rate. But here not that one, asking something not for the cheap rate. Here the collective bargaining is telling sharing the information from one employee to another employee. So the employees form into particular group. So that particular group we will call them as a trade union. So here the trade union and the employees and the organization should be interested. What they are interested here? They are interested to resolving the problems. To whom? By how? To employees by collective bargaining. Collective bargaining means gathering the information from the different people of workers who is working in the industry and what are the problems is arise, and they will collect for this solution. Okay. Now let us see one more principle. Designs of organization. So these are three major principles now. The principles of industrial relations. First one is the good labor management relation. Second one is the resolving the problems by collective bargaining. Next one is designs of organization. Design means, generally we will call design means something we want to do, something we want to get. But what is the desire of organization? The desire of any organization is they have to get a goodwill. That means they want to establish so many years in the industries. So that means in the environment, with the public, they want so much a good relation with the public, and also they have to maintain so many years the industry. So for that purpose, what is here we are telling? Desire of organization. So the desire of organization is that the relation between the social, public and economic measures, and also the effective relationship of the employees and workers. For whom? The employees and workers. So desires of organization. The desires of the organization are to maintain the social public relation for the economy, and also for what? For the economic measures, and also for the employees and management relations. They having a good labor management relations and having the problems resolving by collective bargaining, so they can achieve or they can design the organization have to run successfully in the environment. Okay, next one. Let us see functions. The next one is the functions of industrial relations. So these are the principles of industrial relations. Next, what are the functions that we do here? Let's see. What are the major functions here? The first function is communication is to be established between workers and the management. What is the communication, ma'am? Tell me. Okay, you are not here. So I am telling to you what is generally the communication means. We know the communication means communicating to one person to another person. So here there will be a two person to talk with one person to another person. Is general way of discussing the classes. Communication means one sender is one person and receiver is one person. That is called, we will call the communication. But here the communication is to be established between workers and management means they have to maintain a good relationship. The first function is telling they have to communicate. For what purpose they are communicating here? Because they have to establish one bridge. For what is the bridge here? The bridge is the organization. Here they are establishing the organization development. So in that particular order they have to gather traditionally and they have to do the work properly. So what type of communication must be here? Here the communication must be in a formal communication, not the informal communication. The communication must be in a formal communication. It is the healthy atmosphere. Healthy atmosphere. Why? Because if you are doing a good communication, not involving in the other things, what will be happen? It is very good to us. So it is very good to the organization. If we are involved in other departments, automatically the disputes will be arise. So the first function of industrial relations is the communication is to be established between workers and the management. So they have to maintain the good relation. That means they have to share their opinions, thoughts, what is the work, what type of work I have to do, and also the communication must be in a formal communication. So when they are maintaining the formal communication, what will be happen? When they maintain the good communication, the work will be grown very nicely. That means they will get good that means good will. Okay. So next one, next function is then to establish a rapport between managers and the managed. See here, rapport, R-A-P-P-O-R-T. Rapport means they have established what they are telling, to establish a rapport between whom? To the managers and the managed. That means managers and the managed means who is managing here? The work is managed by the employees. The managers may be chairman or director and the persons. Okay. So the managers are managing the employer. So what is the how to maintain the rapport? Rapport means here, the rapport is nothing but the trust between the managers and the employees. That means they have to trust the managers. So they have to believe the managers. They have to support the manager. So they have to main thing is the trust. They have to trust of doing the work is mine, and this trust where it will be between the managers and the managers. That means the employees. Who is managing the work? Here we are telling managers and the managers between the employees. So what type of rapport they have to maintain? They have to trust each one. So the rapport is nothing but the trust between the managers and the managers to maintain a healthy relationship. To maintain the healthy relationship. Next one. The next function is to ensure creative contribution of trade unions to avoid industrial conflicts. To ensure creative contribution of trade unions to avoid conflicts. That means to ensure creative contribution of trade unions to avoid industrial conflicts means avoid means in our camera means we are avoiding the images means simply we will delete. Like that here, whatever the problems or somebody have dissatisfaction, whatever fightings or some other things is happening, we have to avoid them. So if we are not avoiding, what will be happen? The industrial conflict will be arranged. Conflict means it may be causes into different acts. Okay. If we not leave industrial conflicts, what will be happen? The conflict will become as a dispute. Conflict means the dissatisfaction. Conflict means nothing but the dissatisfaction. See, simply if you are getting something bad on someone, they are talking something like that, issues will be come. So if you feel that it may be come into conflict in your mind, after that what will be happen? It will increase your ego states and it will arise a disputes. Okay, so we have to avoid them. We must not think about that issue. What you not sorry, what is happening. So if you avoid the issues, what is happening, it is unnecessary to us. If you feel like that, then you can avoid the conflicts. So here they are telling is one of the creativity contributions of trade unions to avoid industrial conflicts. Why? Because why the disputes is arise in the industries means to maintain a safeguards and also to do the work properly. If they are not doing work properly, what will be happen? The delay of their work will be happen to loss of the company. So this all to have to maintain by the trade unions, and they have to do the work, and it will be happen them to make a creativity on the work, and also we have to avoid unhealthy issues and also unethical atmosphere in the industry. So the first point is telling the trade unions have to contribute to avoid all these things. One is industrial disputes, next one is unhealthy issues, and next one is unethical atmosphere in industry. Okay, so this all the major functions of the industrial relation. And now let us see the objectives of industrial relation. What is the main objective? The main objective of the industrial relation is to facilitate increased production and productivity. So what is the main objective for the industries? The main objective for the industrial relation is to facilitate increased production. One thing is the production have to increase. Here we are ready to make the production. So what have to do? We have to do the increase of the production, and the productivity will be go to the market. Next one, to safeguard the rights and interests of both labor and management by enlisting their cooperation. So what happened here? If we maintain the safeguards means, for example, also many incidents we seen this month or last month. What happened? Fire accidents will be arise. So if we maintain a proper safeguards, the fire accidents will be reduced little bit. It will not cause the deaths. Okay, maybe some health conscious will be happen, but it will not take the life of the person. So if you are not making the safeguards properly in the industries, so it will take one life. So what you have to do here to safeguard the rights and interest of both labor and management by enlisting their cooperation. For example, I am telling nowadays at present situations COVID-19. So what the safeguard we have to make? We have to take care of hand gloves, mask, and everything like that. So like here in the organization, the management have to tell to the labor how to maintain the safeguards, and also the labor also have to accept them. And between their corporations, they have to do the work and also have to do the interest of the work, that is their right. They have to tell it is your rights to take the safeguards, that is the precautions, whatever you have to wear. That means in the industry, some industry they have to wear mask, that means helmet. Engineers in the cement industries will wear helmet. And also in some industries they have to maintain the gloves. In the thread industry they have to maintain the gloves, socks, and also helmets like that, and they have to cover the nose and mouth. Why? Because the cotton, if it is entered into the mouth, it will cause their health. For that purpose they have to maintain the safeguard. That is one more objective of taking the care of the employees, both the management both have to take care about the employees. So they have to take care for what purpose? For the development of their production. Next one, to avoid unhealthy atmosphere industry, especially work stoppages, go-slow, cures, strikes, clouds, etc. So I said already in the functions, that means to ensure creative contribution of trade unions to avoid industrial conflicts. So if we avoid this all the things, in that particular purpose also we have to avoid the unhealthy atmosphere. What is the unhealthy atmosphere here? The unhealthy atmosphere is telling here not obeying the rules and regulations, not doing the work properly, and not attending in time of the work times, and not making work fastly, going slowly like that, and stopping the work and going to canteens or going to washrooms like that. And next one, they are not willing to do the works and dissatisfactions. This will be happen to make strikes and lockouts, etc. And also one more object is there, to establish and maintain industrial democracy. To establish and maintain industrial democracy means there the management have to maintain the industry democracy. Democracy country means here is the our India is the democracy country. Democracy country means where freedom to us. We can go, we can move. Not now at this COVID-19 position, but generally we can talk. We can use to talk whatever we like. Wherever we can go, wherever the place we interested. Like that, to establish and maintain industrial democracy. So they have to give some democracy to the employees to maintain the good relationship with the management. They have to share the feelings with the management and what the thoughts, what the feelings and what the next development to the industry. So these are the main objectives we have to see. Means first one is to facilitate increased production and productivity, to safeguard the rights and interests of both labor and management by enlisting their cooperation, to avoid unhealthy atmosphere, industry especially work stoppage, go slows, errors, strikes, lockouts, etc. to establish and maintain industrial democracy. And next, let us see the causes and consequences of the industrial disputes. Okay students, in the next class, let us see that one, causes and consequences of industrial disputes. Now, up to now, we completed the introduction part of the industrial relations. So, first one is, what is introduction? What I said means industrial dispute. What is industrial relations? Next one is principles of, next one is definition of industrial relation. After that, we seen the scope of importance of industrial relation. Now, in this class, today class, we seen principles of industrial relations, functions of industrial relations and objectives of industrial relations. Next class, let us see the causes and consequences of industrial disputes. Okay, thank you. Stay safe. Bye.